My son's school called and said Isaac was on the floor turning blue and an ambulance was already on the way. I grabbed my keys and ran. I did 90 on the highway and got to the hospital as they wheeled him through the doors with his face swollen shut and his lips turning purple. They shoved a tube down his throat and the doctor told me his body was shutting down from peanuts. I grabbed the doctor's arm. That's impossible. He's allergic and I pack his lunch every single day. There were no peanuts in that bag. The doctor looked at me and said, "Then it didn't come from you." Before I could say another word, my phone rang and Isaac's friend was on the other end crying. "Mrs. Gray, it's my fault." We were making fun of Mr. Sutton at lunch and Isaac cracked a joke about his wife leaving him. Sutton heard it and his whole face went red. I hung up and drove straight to the school. I walked into Sutton's 5th period class. "My son is dying. What did you put in his lunch?" Sutton stood up from his desk. "Mrs. Gray, you need to leave." Security dragged me into the hall, but I caught Sutton through the door window, slumped over with his head in his hands. I called the police and watched them tear through his classroom. One officer held up a syringe from the trash can. Another pulled a bottle of peanut oil from the back of his desk drawer. They walked Sutton out in handcuffs and shoved him into the back of a cruiser. I drove straight back to the hospital. Isaac was awake when I got there with the tube still in his throat. He couldn't talk, so I put a marker in his hand and held up a whiteboard. He wrote one line. All I said was his wife left because she was tired of his mini zucchini.